Peace and bright blessings, guys. It's your Queen of Spades. Gang, gang. What's up with my like minds, my royals? I plan to do a road opener spell today, and I'm going to show you how I do mine. Now, I do it a few different ways, but this one is probably the best way to do it thus far that I've experienced. So, usually in road opener spells, for the most part, everyone knows that, road openers are basically used to remove blockages from your life in all different areas. It just depends on what you're doing a road opener for. And, as you can see, I got my cauldron going. So there's like lots of smoke, but um, I also have some candle work here, and I'm going to show you some of the herbs and the roots that I've used for it. In the meantime, I wanted to go over, um, the fact that usually people use the Abre Camino herb, which is kind of like it's like it could be in stick form or it could be in leaf form. And sometimes people use them for baths. So if someone wanted to do like a blockage removal or uncrossing type bath, they might use some Abre Camino in it. Now, this herb basically Abre Camino is used in a lot of hoodoo root work, and sometimes it's not the easiest to find. It's not the easiest to find in order. So, in the event where you can't use Abre Camino, which that would be my first suggestion for a road opener, if by chance you can't get a hold of the Abre Camino, then I would suggest using the roots and the herbs that I've used in the spell work. So, it's known to be used in baths, it's known to be used as amulets, and it's a very powerful, you know, uh, road clearing or road blockage removal. And it's very useful. Lots of different people use it. And like I said, you can use it in spiritual baths as well. But if by chance you can't get a hold of Abre Camino, mint works like Abre Camino. And what else? Hyssop. I used hyssop instead of mint this time. But normally you could use mint. You could use mint with the hyssop um, and lemon juice or essential lemon oil, um, or lemongrass, or all of them together, are good blockage removals as well. And you'll notice that some of these herbs that I'm mentioning, basically, they can be used in uncrossing spells as well. So, as far as removing blockages, they could be used for this work as well. Um, so in this particular road opener spell, you got pen and paper, write down my ingredients, and try it out for yourself and let me know how it does for you. So I used cinnamon. Now cinnamon is usually known as, a great protector. So I use it as a protector for all areas of life. Um, and for me and my family and even clients as well. Cinnamon is a great protection, but it's also a great attractor of abundance and money flow, or even love, depending on what you're doing the spell work for. So if you're opening up the roads for love to come through, then cinnamon would be a good suggestion. If you're opening up the roads for more money flow, then cinnamon would also be a good suggestion for that as well. And not to mention the protection, because as you're unblocking the roads for whatever area of life, whether it's love, money, whether it's business, career, um, whatever you're using the road opener for, you can still use the cinnamon because it covers for all areas and drawing in abundance. And once you remove those blockages, you definitely want to attract your abundance in as well. So, cinnamon is a good herb. Rosebuds, I use those a lot because, like cinnamon, rosebuds are very protective as well. And I love rosebuds. They're beautiful. They represent that feminine nature, that feminine, divine feminine beauty and nature. And they also bring about protection as well. So it's like, just adding in those extra measures of protection over those areas of life. You need that. But rosebuds also attract in abundance, whether it's for love, whether it's for money flow. It does both as well. So I use those. Lemongrass is really good. And lemon is known for removing blockages or cutting through blockages. Um, and so I use it a lot in like my uncrossing spells, either lemongrass or lemon verbena, which I prefer lemongrass. It just smells better, and I really like lemongrass, but I especially love lemongrass and like Van oil, which you can make a Van oil if you don't have Abre Camino as well. You could use, you can make a Van oil, which I have one that I'm making that's coming soon to my store. And dragon's blood. I also use that because dragon's blood basically it adds in great force as far and great empowerment in your spell work as far as pushing your desires through so that you can have your desired outcome. It's also protective. It's very protective, and it banishes away negativity. So any negative blocks in your way, dragon's blood is your guy. Like, it basically will remove it and then help you to attract in the abundance that you're trying to gain, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, unblocking. Then there's hyssop, and hyssop is a great blockage removal as well. It's kind of like the leaves kind of look a lot like mint leaves. So I have some hyssop leaves. The herb within itself kind of looks a lot like mint. And yeah, so it works really great in a road opener spell, and removing those blockages and, basically opening up the roads so that, whatever you desire can easily come through. You can manifest it. But I also use poke root. And poke root is used a lot in like uncrossing, jinx removal spells. And basically, that's to remove anything that's standing in your way of your desired outcome. So for me, it is, a really great substitute for, the Abre Camino as well. Um, yeah, poke root. Yeah, it's really good. And I've used it before in uncrossing spells as well, and it works wonders. So I always add a little bit of that to my candle work, and I sprinkle the herbs around my candle work as well, so that it's like an overload of the herbs to empower my desired result. Um, I also use lemon juice, um, And lemon juice, I basically shake it up real good, pour a little bit into my candles. Like if it's a glass candle, I pour a little bit into the glass candle. If it is a free-flowing candle, I also pour like a couple of drops onto that candle as well. Um, and okay, so also you need a key, whether it's an old key or a new key that you could get made, it really doesn't matter. Cleanse the key. And basically, I take the lemon juice and cleanse it, or I take my Florida water and cleanse it really good. And then I put in my intentions to the key to bring about, the removal of blockages, um, opening the roads up very wide so that all of the abundance and, love that we desire, to come through. Love, abundance, money flow, wealth of all, on all levels, um, are able to come through. Lemon is a protector as well. What is that? Looks like some herbs on my notebook that almost fell. But yeah, so lemon lemon opens up the roads, but it also is known to be used in uncrossing and jinx removal spells because of the factor of it being able to cut through any negativities to, you know, with the intention to remove it so that those negativities can be transmuted and replaced with those, really good things that you do want and desire. Hold on, guys, I dropped something. I'm trying to get it here. Okay, got it. So, um, yeah. So also with the key, what I do is I cleanse it off, with a Florida water or, alcohol if you have that. Or if you have the lemon juice, like I said, you can cleanse it with that and put all your intentions. Put a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil in your hand and mix it together, and then put your intentions into the key. This is the key to the door to the rest of your future, like to the rest of your life. So you're putting your intentions in there because as long as you got the key and the blockages are removed, then you've got the key to the golden gates. Like you've got the key to all of your abundance and all of your dreams and wishes and desires. So it works out wonderfully. And usually what I do is I'll tie the key, around my candle. So especially when it's glass encased candle, I'll tie the key, put the key on a string and tie it around the candle. Or if you do like a road opening jar and you want to burn a candle on it to empower it, then you would tie the key around, that jar. Um, so yeah, so I just wanted to explain that to you guys really quickly. Abre Camino is a really good herb to use, but there are substitutes. So if you don't have Abre Camino, or it's very hard for you to find, like sometimes it's available and then sometimes it's not. So I have found ways um, to basically, substitute the Abre Camino, where a road opening works out in my favor. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my candle working. Show you guys. Okay, so I have a green candle and I have an orange candle. and both colors are used in road opening, and they're alternated between. So I use both. As you can see, I have already inscribed my candles, and I actually burned down an orange and a green road opening candle before this, and so this is my second time doing um, a green and an orange road opening candle for this particular spell work. As you can see, they burn down, and my white candle is where it is. It's like right here. It's burned down maybe, like 4 or 5 inches. So I'm also going to do this green and orange candle because they're known as being good colors for road opening. And as you can see, well, you can't see it, but I've dressed them, I've scribed them, and I have dressed them with olive oil this time around. And I added, what is it, rose petals, um, what was it, cinnamon, lemongrass, I did hyssop, I did poke root, um, I did dragon's blood, and I think that's it. I think that's it. I think, yeah. And so yeah, everything that I basically stated at the beginning of the video, that's what I put as herbs and roots in this white candle, and then also on these two candles, as you can see. Like lots of roots is and herbs is on both of them. So yeah, so basically now what I'm gonna do is light these candles. Okay. So while they're burning, basically what I like to do is say my intentions over my candle work. Give me 1 second, let me do that. Okay, one of my candles just went out. Hold on 1 second, guys. Which is not uncommon for me, especially if I load the candle with herbs and roots, which I always do. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Get that under control, because once the herbs and the roots start burning and things like that, what you can do is end up causing, well, if it burns out, you've got to light it back up, even if it's just, the herbs and roots that are surrounding it that caused it to go out. Because what'll happen is, if you don't light it back up, then, you miss out on the candle work doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is to manifest, what you're trying to manifest here. See, this is what you don't want. You don't want all the roots and herbs burning up. But it happens. And then usually, which is not a totally bad thing. Once for a free flowing candle, once the roots and herbs on a free flowing candle burn, and then it burns like to a crisp, like it has nothing else to burn, so except the candle. So it's not totally a bad thing, but the good thing is that I'm sitting here to watch it. You want to make sure that it doesn't get out of control. Let me go ahead and say my intentions. Okay. So they are definitely on and popping. Literally. Okay. All right. So, got my candle work going. Put my intentions into it. And, oh, I don't know if you guys, did I show you guys the key that I have tied around the candle? See? I have it tied around my candle. It's going to open some roads up, unblock some roads up for me. Okay. So usually, now this is like my second time recording this video. And the first time I forgot some key ingredients to mention in my road opening spell work. And after I finished the road opening spell work and explaining the different herbs that I use, I did like a little small oracle reading for you guys. And so I'm going to attempt to do that again. Now, last time I used my fairy oracle deck. This time I'm going to use my Isis oracle deck. And let's see if Spirit has some beautiful messages for us today. When you're doing this type of work, I would suggest, playing some sort of music that basically is like, exciting, pumped up. Um, something that, some sort of music that basically has the energy of like, advancement or attracting in abundance, things of that nature. You want to play something like that, or you want to play something like, Ganesh, because Ganesh is a road opener. And basically, when you play the types of music or meditation or whatever you're going to play, that goes along with the type of spell work that you're doing, then it has nothing to do but to end up, empowering the spell work. So it's always good to, have an idea in mind of what you're gonna, play to enhance your spell work. Before I do this oracle reading, y'all, let me get this candle under control. I'm glad I'm sitting here because sometimes the herbs will burn out and then it'll get back in under control. Sometimes you gotta regulate it a little bit. I own no rights to any of this music playing here. This is my Pandora. So sometimes I'll play, music like what I'm doing. Last time I did this spell work in the first recording, I played, Ganesh meditative music. This time, I'm playing regular music, but on my radio. But okay, so let's get into this oracle deck. Let's see what um, clear, concise messages or words of advice Spirit can give us today. Y'all, this candle work is going off. I told y'all I'm a pyromaniac because I love every bit of it. Just as long as it's under control, I love it. I ain't even mad at it because it's doing its job. Let me get these oracle cards. Ooh. So I actually pre-shuffled them. This card deck is by Elena Fairchild. It's called the Isis Oracle deck. Okay, let's see here. Whoa. They already trying to jump out. Spirit, give me some clear messages for my gang and for me. Oh, it did fall this time. Okay. Spirits, give me some clear, concise messages for my royal gang and for me as well. Give me some words of encouragement or some messages for us to, go on about our day with clear, concise messages and words of advice for us. Spirit. These are larger cards than what I usually get, but I love the pictures on them. They're beautiful pictures, very detailed pictures. Okay, so I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so the first one that came out is initiation. Okay, don't look at my nails, y'all. I gotta get them redone. Okay, so it says spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Recently, well, not recently, probably about a couple of years back, I found out that I'm actually like a child of Ra. I'm a child of Horus. So that's very interesting that that came up. But the word initiation on the card is what definitely catches my eye the most, because in this, wow, in this time frame that we're living in, with everything going on and with everything that we have personally experienced, um, basically we're going through different types of initiations, and we're elevating into different levels. We're literally becoming our higher selves. And so I feel that way. I've been feeling that myself. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing the same thing, but I definitely have been feeling like, you know, there's definitely an initiation of some sort going on. Um, just based off of, the different trials and tribulations that I personally have gone through, and um, even up to the here and now, different trials and tribulations I've gone through. And I feel like I've passed them with flying colors, so I'm like excited because I do feel like I was put in a position to experience certain things for a reason. And we got to remember that, every knock literally is a boost. So when you're experiencing and dealing with different things, it's literally for the outcome of your greatest good or your highest good. Um, so it's like now when I experience things, I don't really do much complaining because I can see clearly that basically it's propelling me forward. And so I feel like this is a message for all of us, who are at this time, going through this initiation. We definitely are becoming our highest selves. We definitely are becoming emperor or empress energy. And it's for a reason. We can't stay the same all of our lives. We can't stay stagnant, I should say. My words are tongue twisted today. But every knock literally is a boost. And, we chose to go through certain lessons in our lives so that it can propel us forward and so that we can become not only the person that we're meant to become in this lifetime, but so that we can learn specific lessons as far as, things that we may not have been able to learn in previous lifetimes. We chose to come here in this lifetime and finish learning those different things, and for a reason. Now, it's up to each of us to see the gift in these different situations. Um, they can cause you sadness, they can cause you anger, heartbreak, or sometimes, what you experience can, you know, put you in a state of joy or happiness or excitement. It just depends on whatever the situation is. But when we go through hardships and things of that nature, it's basically meant, for us to graduate from that test. We're supposed to pass that test and graduate so that we can elevate and become, our best selves. So I like that card, initiation. Okay, so the next card that came out was Divine Sisterhood. Divine Sisterhood. Okay. So it says community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. Now, for me personally, um, I've been I've been in different sisterhood and brotherhoods, and for me personally, at this moment in time, I'm not really a part of, a group of people. Now, some people are, and that's fine. But for me, I'm not really, you know, in a particular group. Um, I'm not religious. And, even with me being spiritual, like, I'm just very leery of, group settings because I've been in enough to know and see and observe what goes on sometimes in different groups, even with the higher ups, and, even though it's meant to teach you a lesson, sometimes it can be somewhat disappointing as well. And sometimes there's backbiting, there's jealousy, even amongst the groups that still exist today. There's jealousy, there's envy, there's backbiting, but then there's beautiful things about it too. There's unity, there's sisterhood, there's brotherhood, there's learning different lessons, there's studying together, there's learning other people and communicating and actually being able to bond with others. So there's always the pros and the cons of being in, different, groups with, other people, whatever the case may be. Um, Now, for me, I don't really be trying to, like, because I've had my share of experiences, I don't really be trying to get into groups like that. But I'm not opposed. Like, people still invite me into things. People invite me into, group, uh, kind of like webcasts or calls or, things like that. And it's like, it may be a group of women. One sister friend, she basically invited me into this group of women who basically they they sit together on camera. They talk about, different things that we have going on as, mothers and wives and things like that. But also, we may do like ritualistic smoking. And, I've been invited to that. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to get in on the next one yet. But I mean, I'd be lying if I said that, if I didn't say that I was excited because there's not many groups like that. So I'm looking forward to actually, you know, trying that out. But enough of that because I'll go off on a tangent in a minute. So Divine Sisterhood, that was the next one. The next card is Divine Sunchild. Divine Sunchild. Okay. So it says blessings of the Sun Falcon. So what that tells me is being a child of divine love is the way to go. Being a child of divine love and basically taking in, um, you know, divine love, divine light, anything of beauty, anything, of stability, of warmth, of, did I say beauty? Yeah, anything of those, anything of that type of energy, is basically what we are representing in the here and now. We are children of the sun. And basically, when you are in the energy of the sun, basically on a lot of tarot cards, the sun and oracle cards, the sun represents not only warmth and beauty and divine love and light, but it also represents, family and what was I going to say? Abundance, prosperity flow, community, celebration, just being of that abundant energy. And so I feel like, Spirit is telling us to get into a space where we can, receive those abundant blessings or, that wealth or that prosperity flow or that love. You can only receive what you are. So if you're wanting to receive abundance, if you're wanting to receive, love and wealth of all kinds, then you have to be that yourself. And then only by being that, you will attract it back into your life. Yeah, so that was a nice card. Okay, so Divine Sunchild. So the next card is the Serpent of Fire. Can y'all see that? Serpent of Fire. Okay. So, Serpent of Fire card says Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. And that is crazy because the first thing the first thing that popped into mind, and I feel like Spirit is moving through me and really dropping messages right now. Serpent of Fire. First of all, a serpent or a snake is not necessarily what most people right off the bat, think of when they hear, um, of a snake or the term snake. Usually people think that, you know, a snake represents, slippery, slimy activities, slickness, deception. Um, Let me read to you guys something. Okay, so snakes can represent a shedding of the past. Okay, and Spirit also urges people, if you like have a dream about a snake, or like in our case, we just, we see Serpent of Fire in the cards. So basically, snake symbolism can mean, okay, this says it can mean many different things. These differences are especially true when you consider that it is indigenous to most parts of the world. You can find it in mythology, and you can find it in some places in real life. But the snake symbolism and messages that are coming to me, it's about shedding that old skin, shedding old emotions, transforming them into something bigger and better. So I'm always talking about transmuting negative energy. And at first, I used to be like, well, how do you do that? How do you transmute negative energy into something positive that you desire? Well, that takes time, that takes work. But I learned how to do it. And so that's why I now have a coaching business as well, so that I could teach others how to do that same thing. Because it's not just as simple as just transmute the energy. Like, it's a process. And I had to learn that process in order to be able to show others or teach others how to do it for themselves in their own lives. Um, okay, it says it also reminds you that you are at the center of it all as the catalyst. In some cases, snake symbolism is also reminding you to stay connected to yourself. So it says Serpent of the Fire, divine self. Okay, observe both the tiny vibrations in the earth and the warmth and smells of the air and the sky. Okay, connect to your surroundings, continue to grow. Discard the trappings of the past. Snake shedding its old skin. That's why it's relevant in this reading, this oracle reading right now, because you need to shed your old skin in order to reap the benefits of the abundance that you're calling forth to you. So that was beautiful. Okay, there was a little bonus card that kind of popped out from the bottom. So I decided to go ahead and pull it. It's called the Chariot of Ascension. Chariot of Ascension. Chariot of Ascension. Okay, so this basically says spiritual work of the higher initiate. What did I just say? Initiation, right? That's no accident that came out. Wow. So in tarot cards, the chariot means fast movement towards something, right? Okay, so in oracle cards, it means the same. It's just a little more in depth spiritually. So, chariot of ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. What have I been telling y'all? Like, I really feel like I've been propelled personally forward in this lifetime just by certain experiences that I've had thus far. And me being able to pass the test and overcome certain things and actually move forward, it actually propelled me into a position of high priestess, a position of authority, um, a position of an empress on her throne. And so I know for, my royals out there, whether you're male or female, if you're going through a transformation or an initiation also at this moment in time, then this is basically saying that you're moving fast. Chariot of Ascension, you're moving fast into your spiritual work, and it's of the higher initiates. So don't let anyone persuade you or convince you that something that you're doing is not right, or the way that you may do things, the way that you may think about doing things is off key or off balance. No, they're off key and they're off balance. You continue to focus on what you're doing because you've got a purpose and you've got a mission. And whether people believe in that mission or that purpose or not, fuck them. Like, this is about you. This is all you. Don't worry about the naysayers and what they feel about what you're doing, what you're saying, how you look. You know, my favorite thing to hear people say is, "Oh, you've changed." Great. That's a good thing. I don't feel no type of way about that at all. Or when people constantly come to you complaining about little things that you may do or feel led to do in your life, that wasn't for them. That was from spirit to you. You were chosen and picked to do certain things and make certain moves in this lifetime. And whether others do it or not, that's not on you. Like, you've got to fulfill your role and your purpose and your mission, even if it's just to live free and happy. Like, that's a mission in life, even if it's just to live by, you know, um, the guidance of divine love and light. Like, that's still a mission. If your mission is to become empress, if your mission is to become high priestess, then that's your mission in this lifetime. Your mission is to be a soldier of love, like me. I'm a soldier of love, divine love. excuse me, I'm a soldier of divine love. So I love love and everything that it stands for and represents. And there is no higher force or power greater than divine love and light. So I'm going to stop right there. And I hope you guys were able to enjoy this video. And definitely let me know in the comments, any questions you may have, or even any comments you may have about, the video. If you like my content and you like me doing oracle card readings at the end of my working videos, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you did enjoy that you did like that, and we'll keep this thing going. All right. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I shall see you again soon. Peace and bright blessings, my gang, my royal gang. Peace.